The Ravens had one of the best run games in football last year. They led the NFL in rushing yards per game and ranked in the top 4 in yards per rush, run block win rate, and success rate. But 3 of their offensive linemen are no longer with the team. As we told you, what do we see out of this run game in 2024? RC, you take those 3 losses along the line, but you do add Derrick Henry. Is this offense better today than it was last season in your mind?
No, how can we say it's better? Also, let's remember, this was the #1 rushing attack in all of football last year with Keaton Mitchell, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill. And adding Derrick Henry, who still has a lot of tread on the tires, that makes them better on paper. That makes them more fierce when you look at the roster. But what is it going to add to this team that now loses 3 very important offensive linemen? The thing I do love about the Derrick Henry pickup is the short yardage, where so many times we would point to Lamar Jackson to ask him to pick up 2 and 3 yards in some of the most crucial and critical situational football moments. And you can also look at the red zone, where now his physical downhill running will take some of the pressure off of Lamar Jackson. But make no mistake about it, it doesn't matter how well they run the football. When you're up against the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, and the Joe Burrows, when it comes to playoff football, it's going to be on the arm of Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry's a great add, but it doesn't improve this offense in my estimation.
I'm with you. I think RC is spot on. This does not make this team better. The theory of addition by subtraction is very real, but it doesn't apply here. You've lost 60% of your offensive line, and the piece that you did retain in Ronnie Stanley he struggled mightily last year. A lot of that large part due to injury. So, yes, Derrick Henry is an addition in the backfield, but as we know, there were so many elements of this offense that made the Ravens special. But offensive success is dictated in the trenches, period. And I can promise you, what they didn't pitch to Derrick Henry was him coming in and not having a good offensive line. That's absolutely not the case. So, actually, without those offensive linemen that they lost, and Zeitler to the Lions makes more sense personality-wise than maybe any signing I've ever heard of in my life. But without that offensive line, I can promise you there's a higher chance of the signing of Derrick Henry not paying dividends unless they address the O-line in the draft.
Yeah, and of course, worth remembering that the big gripe a lot of Ravens fans and others had in their exit from the playoffs was that they didn't run the ball well in that game. And Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator, needing to get that run game going. We'll see how it looks next season.